everyone, it's Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters, and I am up today with day 26 of our Scrap September series, and today's prompt is off the page. So I am actually going to do a canvas art piece, I guess you would say. Not something that I have done really before, particularly not on this channel. I have dabbled a little bit in doing off the page things, but not much. So I thought, what better time to give it a go than for our September series. So we are joined today by the awesome Louise Turner. She is a fellow Aussie. I think she's a Queenslander, but I'm not 100% sure. And she has a great channel. She's had a channel for years, actually. I think she's been on the Kitaholic Kits DT before, and that's certainly how Jessica knows her. And she does a lot of videos she loves to do mixed media and that type of thing. So you should definitely go and check her out. She is doing this off the page prompt, and I haven't seen her creation yet, so I'm not sure which direction she has chosen to take the prompt in, but I am super excited to see it. So please go and check her out. Now I'll just talk you through what I'm doing. I'm actually using some ink dabbers, and I am kind of just dabbing different coloured purples, inks, onto the canvas. I've got a small canvas, you can tell the size of the canvas, you know, based on the size of my hands, I guess, so it's quite a small canvas. And I just use my Stampin' Up inks, which are the only inks that I have, that's why I use them. And I'm just dabbing the ink around the page, just trying to blend in the different purple colours. So there's a few that are a little bit more vibrant than others, so you can see that I'm kind of stamping off a little bit first before I put the ink straight onto the canvas. So yeah, I'm just going through the 4 different colours and just blending. I feel like you're watching, you know, if anyone watches beauty videos, you're just like blend. That's all they say every 2 minutes. Blend. I feel like that's me today. So I'm just using the sponge daubers, and I'm blending, and just trying to get that ink to cover the whole canvas, but to not look too splotchy. So I know it looks a little splotchy now, but I promise you when it's finished, it doesn't. So I actually took inspiration from this. Well, I didn't take inspiration, I created this for a challenge in the Secret Not Secret Kit Club's monthly scrapbooking crop. But I made this, I think, back in July, so quite some time ago. And it's just been sitting here waiting for me to voice over the video. But yeah, I took inspiration from, actually, I think Becky from My Creative Life, who has joined us for this channel, for this series earlier in the month. I think I took inspiration from her piece of work that she did, I think. Again, I'm actually voiceovering this in September, so it's been a while since I created my layout to remember exactly where my inspiration came from, but I do think it was from Becky. So thanks, Becky. I think she did like a night sky kind of effect using ink as well, so I sort of mimicked that, but obviously I'm not going for a night sky look. I'm just using purples and creating just a blended background. So I'm just adding a little bit more of the other colours. This is the lighter colour, I think, just to make that sort of more vibrant purpley pink colour on the corners sort of blend in a little bit more. And I'm just going until I feel like I've done enough, which might be now. Yeah, I think it is. So I'm going to pack up my inks and then move on to decorating this magnificent piece of artwork. Actually, I say that in jest, but I'm really happy with how it turned out, and it is on display in my craft room. So there you are. I was thinking of making one for my sister, actually, for our advent calendar. Don't tell her, it's a secret, but I think I might. So I'm pretty sure I'm grabbing a stencil. Yes, I am. So I've got this stencil, which is, as you can see, a lady's face. And I actually I got this at a retreat that I went on in August last year. And that's where I first kind of dabbled in canvas art. It was a class that I took at that scrapbook retreat, and it was fun. I think Sue Plum took it from memory. She's a fellow Aussie, and yeah, she's amazing, and I'm pretty sure she took this class. It was a long time ago, but I'm pretty sure it was her. And I think it was a Colour Blast class actually, using Colour Blast products. Sue Plum's on the Colour Blast design team, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I am using just a black archival ink. I'm not sure if that's the ink I'm supposed to use. I don't have StazOn, so I would have used that otherwise, but I don't actually own any. So I thought this archival ink I think is the same, but I'm not 100% sure. But again, this canvas has been created for 2 months and it certainly hasn't faded or anything, so it looks good. So I have done that, and I used a sponge dubber again with that, and just the black ink going over the top of that. And then I've got a Posca pen that I am going to do some highlighting of, but then I remembered I needed to leave the ink to dry first. I was thinking of adding some texture paste, but I'm not sure which direction I want this to go in. So now I'm thinking, let's just change it up a bit and let's add some tiny word stickers, and I'm going to get some ephemera out and I'm going to add that and then call it done. So I'm using wet glue to stick this down because obviously on all of that mixed media the stickers are not going to stick particularly well or last a long time being stuck down, so I did use some wet glue to stick that down. I do have to hold it for a while because yeah, I want it to adhere. And I'm just using my Tim Holtz tiny word stickers. And what do I pick? I pick ones that say follow your heart, with brave wings she flies. That one that I'm putting down now is shine like the whole universe is yours. And what am I adding next? Let's have a look. This one says follow your heart. As you can see there, I'm still needing to hold it down. It does take a while to stick onto the ink or the mixed media canvas because there's a lot going on in the background there. I didn't gesso it or anything. I don't think you need to prepare canvases. I didn't. And that one that I just stuck down there says those who don't believe in magic will never find it. And I'm going to add one more. Must be cold. Is that why I'm rubbing my hands together? I don't know. I mean, I did do this in July, so that is the middle of winter in Australia, so it possibly is quite cold. I have my cup of tea sitting there in my favourite cup. And my last sticker that I'm adding says happiness depends on ourselves. So I'm adding those, and then I'm going to go through some ephemera that I have chosen. And I wanted to go with something that would look a little bit kind of whimsical-ish, if that's the look I'm going for, a bit more whimsical. Oh yeah, that's right. So I did get my Posca pen out in white, and I did decide to just trace a little bit or add some detail into the lady's hair and also around her eyes and her lips, just to add a little bit of, you know, definition, a little bit of something else. I did get a little bit of ink on the tip of the pen, so I'm just wiping that off and then making it flow a little better. You can see here it's drawing nicely now, and just adding random dashes just to add a little bit of definition to her face. I am by no means an artist. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm just having fun. So I then decided to outline the tiny word stickers again with the Posca pen. I'd never used a Posca pen before. I also got this in the class supplies with the canvas that I made on that retreat that I went on in August last year of 2018. And so I've not used it since that class, and now I'm using it again. I should get it out a bit more often because it is fun. And I saw Claire from Scrappy Nerd UK actually do splatters with her Posca pen, and so I am going to try that out because I didn't know you could do that with them. I'm going to give it a whirl. So I pulled out the ephemera, the vellum ephemera pieces from Cocoa Vanilla Studio. These are from a couple of different collections, I think. And I'm just thought I'd add a few of those to this canvas. So again, I wanted to go with that kind of whimsical feel, and then I decided to go with some feathers because I thought I could make it look like the lady had feathers in her hair. Obviously I'm pulling out a lot of things and it's a very small canvas, so don't panic, not all of these are going to make it onto the page. I'm just trying to work out which colours are going to look the best and how I can make it look you know, nice and striking. So I'm arranging the feathers in her hair, and then I sort of went, oh, do I want to put a butterfly up there or maybe some flowers? I don't know what I said I was going off to get. Some glue dots would be my guess, because I think I need, yeah, I'd gone to get my glue dots. So I think, no, I'm going to use a flower, not a butterfly, because I thought the butterfly looked a little bit strange in her hair. So I'm just adding some wet glue to the tips of these feathers. Now, what I will say is when you add wet glue to vellum, particularly when you only add it to one space, it curls up. So the leaves, no, what are they called? Feathers curl up a little bit, but actually it works really well because it makes it seem like it's quite, like it's got a bit of dimension and they're actually in her hair. So I'm really happy with that look. And then because I don't really want the leaves, the flowers, sorry, to curl up quite as much as the feathers do, I used a glue dot in the center of the flowers and then stuck those down onto the page. And so I add 2 to her hair, and then I add 1 down the sort of bottom the bottom right. And then I'm almost done. So we're getting to the end. I do just add one other tiny final detail once I've stuck down these flowers, but I hope you have enjoyed this. This is something very different for me. I don't do this kind of thing very often. So if you like it and you'd like to see more, let me know, because I'm happy to make more. Again, I might do a sneaky little one for Jess's advent calendar, but don't tell her, it's going to be a surprise. So you might see another process video in December. But definitely go and check out Louise's channel. I know she will have made an awesome off the page something. So go and check her out and how she fulfilled this prompt. And then go and check out the playlist. That will be linked down below, and you'll be able to see all the videos we've had so far this month. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it, and we will see you in the next video. Here's some nice close-ups so you can see the ink splatters I did gave this really cool distressed look. Alright guys, bye!